Okay, welcome back to another Sketchup Basics sketching course. We are going to talk about even more solids. Now this project, it's called a Turnbuckle. I don't know why, but this one seems to be the most complicated. And it's not, I don't know why, it's just such a simple shape, but it seems to be the most complicated one. So let's just kind of introduce you to the course first before we even show you what the turnbuckle is. Alright. So this is what you're going to learn. You're going to learn about revolved solids, which you've done before with the wheel and the screwdriver. And then we're going to talk about the glass box option. You have not seen this yet, and this is an interesting concept. So imagine, take the screwdriver example that we made, and so you take a circle, but you make a four-sided circle. And the reason why we do this is when we make a four-sided circle, it's technically a rectangle, but it has a center point inside that rectangle. So when we move something into that component, or that four-sided circle, we can align it right at its centers. Certain revolves right at the centers, and that way it constrains it to the centers. And then we can use other cutting options. Well, not other cutting options. We can use cutting tools to cut what we need to, because what we have to do is place a shape on top of a fully rounded cylindrical shape, and it has to cut. Let's just show you what I mean. Okay, so what we're going to do is revolve this sketch, and it'll be a cylinder shape right here, and then we have to cut using solid tools this kind of shape out. And it looks really complicated, like, wow, how are we going to get this weird looking shape to fit perfectly in there? Well, you don't have to make this weird looking shape. If we actually follow this radius up to here, and then just come around here and make a pill kind of looking shape, it'll cut all the way through just fine. But what we have to do is lock this point and this point on the edges of that four-sided circle, so that when we put our cutting blocks into place, or the cutting pills into place, we have something to line up with. And it just makes it easier so that this can rotate freely and things can snap to the centers without getting too much of a hassle. So yeah, when that pill shape is done cutting, it'll look like this when it's cut out. And then we'll cut a center hole, or not a center hole, a centerpiece out, and then we have to make these eye-looking bolts. So we'll make this path, use the follow me tool. Oh hey, I didn't even show you what the finished product looks like. So let's go ahead and actually show you what that is going to look up. Let's see, do I have it on here? Turnbuckle. I do. So let's just open this up with a viewer real quick. Ooh, and I have a picture of the glass box. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like when it's done. You've probably seen these before. These will be threaded, which I never make them threaded in any 3D program, including SolidWorks or Inventor. I just call them out on the drawing. Makes it so much easier, because we're not the ones threading them, a machinist is threading them. So you thread it, and then you'd actually put some cables along here, and as you tighten this, as you turn this buckle right here, turnbuckle, it'll actually tighten the cables. So it's actually a really cool, nifty little device. But let's show you what this glass box looks like that I speak of. Right here. So, four-sided rectangle. I don't know why. Okay, this is showing up in here. And then we can draw our lines along here, and we can put the pills there. We can do this right here. This just ties everything together, and then we cut things out. So that's how we're going to approach it. Alright, so yeah, that's kind of the glass box option. You don't have to do this. A lot of times it doesn't make it easier. Sometimes it does. So we're just going to kind of experiment. So this is probably going to be a few parts on this video, but we'll do the best we can. Anyways, so let's go ahead and close that. We don't need that. We know all of our dimensions. So the first thing we need to do is to sketch this. So we're going to do that in our next part. We're going to take this in a few parts. So I just want to do an introduction of how this is going to go. So let's end here, and then we'll just start another video for the sketching process. So once again, thank you for taking this course and watching this video for me.